Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Anime Academy. I am Paolo,
And I am Zakk.
and class is now in session. Woo! We're here, our first podcast. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's an interesting experience. So, Paulo, why don't you tell us what we're going to be doing over the course of the next few weeks?
So, at the Anime Academy, we will be discussing anime. We'll be telling you guys what the anime is about, give you the facts, stats, and receipts. Then we just talk about it, like some theories, dissecting some episodes, and just overall giving a great podcast episode about some really cool anime.
I think that's really well put, Paulo. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the hottest anime that's out right now, Attack on Titan.
Ooh,
We've
yes.
just started season 4, about 4 episodes in. And my oh my, did the last episode end on a cliffhanger.
Oh my God.
So, for anyone who's been living under a rock, Attack on Titan is one of the best-selling manga series of all time, selling over 100 million copies. The anime version of it started in 2013 and has run for 3 seasons thus far. It's now just starting its fourth, and wow.
Wow. I mean, okay, so I didn't know that started in 2013 because when I first watched the first season on Netflix, it was like 2014, 2015, but then only Netflix only has the one season. So I'm like, okay, this is it. But
Mm.
boy, was I wrong.
I had a whole bunch of friends who used to love it, but they thought it was some like Netflix original. It's interesting what Netflix has been able to expose people to.
Yeah, like because now like in recent years, Netflix has come out with like Netflix original animes, which have been
Mm.
super dope. But Attack on Titan, just wow. Just even like the very first episode, you see like the Colossal Titan for the first time, and then everything just goes haywire within like the first episode, and it like captivated me as like a first time viewer. I was like, oh, like I had to know what happened
Oh man,
next.
for sure, it's so crazy. It's I don't even know how to describe it. That first episode when it opens, you see the colossal titan looking over the wall, and you're like, "Oh man, this is it. I'm strapped
This
in."
Yeah, like it honestly felt like I was there, like experiencing like oh like stuff is about to go down and like fast, and then everything kind of like with the world with Aaron, because like he was just like chilling inside the wall, like oh there's Titans, but like they can't come to us because they're too small, and then boom, Colossal Titan shows up and everything switches, and it's
Hmm.
oh just what an episode.
What was it? Too. I mean, Armin starts off the episode and ends it saying, "What on that day mankind received a grim reaper. We lived in fear of the Titans and were disgraced to live in these cages we called walls." You know, and he's like, I don't know, saying some crazy shit about humanity has basically been forced into this birdcage behind the walls.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, also, okay, let's also
so
remember
crazy.
these kids are like what, like young teenagers?
Oh yeah, beginning of the first season, little
They're like,
kids.
uh, my thing is like they have this huge like out view on life. I'm like, you're literally a child, and you're fighting against titans. Like, mad respect. Like, good for you.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, even once they do start fighting and join like the scout regiment, they're not that much older. They've been training for what, like 2 years or something. They're like
If that,
15-year-old kids.
yeah, just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna cut up some titans today. Whoop de doo. Let's go, team.
It's so crazy. Yeah, I think the moment I was sold on Attack on Titan, um, I mean, yeah, okay, sure, that opening scene, the whole first episode is pretty crazy,
Like,
but seeing Aaron's mom being picked up by a Titan,
oh,
and then I don't know, it's becoming like a Cheeto or something. That
and
moment tells you that this show is gonna have some real stakes.
because it started off really like soft and like inviting and gentle, and then that was nothing of the sort. Continuing on in the series, it is anything but. Because I also think it was smart having Aaron's mom be killed off in the first episode, because then that drives Aaron to like, okay, now I need to like kill all the Titans, because like how dare they, eat my mom? That's so rude. So that, and also that like the animation of just that scene was like like beautifully disgusting.
Oh, it's
And
incredible.
it changed me as a preteen back like how many years ago.
Okay. So, like, hot take. As amazing as that scene is, the next time we see a main character, killed or eaten by a Titan, is like, okay, we think Armin's gonna die, then Aaron swoops in, saves him, and then Aaron gets chopped up. And it's like, oh shit. And then he recovers, then he's fine, because then we find out he's a Titan shifter.
Yeah. Oh,
That finding out that he's a Titan shifter in the way that they did is brilliant because it left you some time to think, oh shit, the main character's dead. But at the same time, I don't know, I think the fact that you then, bring him back, he's fine, it takes away from these high stakes that were there before because you're like, oh, character's dead, but not really.
right.
You know,
1000%.
later on, character deaths are like, are they really dead? Um, or are they really going to die? I don't know how much I believe it. So I don't know. I think it takes away from the other character deaths that happen later.
Yeah, like the first season, like as a whole, it really like asks the question like what is really death, and like who's really good and who's really bad or evil.
Mm,
Because and I also feel like it was a turning point for Aaron. Like once he found out he was a Titan, like that probably totally like toyed with his mind a little bit. He's like, I'm trying to kill all these bad beings, but I am one myself. Like that, like, he must have felt, is there a point anymore? Like now that I am one, or now that I am a Titan, like how can I use this to my advantage?
it's really, really interesting the setup that they've been able to do throughout the seasons. I mean, even the whole Beast Titan thing.
Mm-hmm.
Introduce it right at the beginning of season two, but
Mm-hmm.
the character is not very important until you get to season four. And even then, we haven't seen much so far.
Right.
But I will tell you, like it's going to be a key component. I mean, also it sets up and explains a way that hey, there's more.
Right.
So how
Because
about
oh, sorry. Like going
I
back
don't
to
know,
that for like a hot second, when we first see him,
right?
like I remember watching the episode, in the ungodly hours of the morning. But like I just remember this will be like the end of everything, including Titans, like humans, Titans, and anything else in between. And we kind of see him for like 2 seconds in season two, and then nothing else. But then
Mm-hmm.
season three, he makes like a huge comeback,
Oh yeah,
and that whole scene when he's throwing the big stones at all the scouts, I feared for their life. I cringed, but like in a like, oh my god, I can't look, because like, oh,
now that whole thing was crazy too because it's like it's a suicide mission, and it was. They knew
yeah,
that.
1000%.
It was literally so Levi could go get a shot in, and then what? That's it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a killing blow. Yeah. Speaking of the Beast Titans, the other Titan shifters, that's huge in season four right now. What are your takes on the newest season and where we've left off so far?
Okay, so in regards to the latest episode that we watched, we see Aaron like older. And I haven't read the manga for this. Don't cancel me just yet. It's our first episode. Um, but I was not expecting that. So when it said like, oh, my name's Aaron, and then my heart fell out of my body and the organs followed too, because I had no idea. I think it's a cool dynamic to see like, ooh, like who's gonna take on the Titan now, because it's coming to Bertholdt's like time. Like
Mm-hmm.
his time is running out. But what we don't know is if Aaron's time is running out, and can he still transform into a Titan?
For sure. Berthold has been a Titan for at least a little bit longer than Aaron has, you
Right.
know, but by how much, right? Like the wall was broken, they had to flee Shiganshina, and then what? Aaron basically became a Titan, around the exact same time as the wall fell.
Right.
So now, what? If Berthold is at the end of his time, what does that mean for Aaron? How much time does he have left? The other thing that I thought was really interesting is you see in episode 4, he's actually talking to his grandfather.
Yeah,
Are they aware of who each other are?
right.
I would assume so,
Or
because
what if they don't though? Or they do and they like just don't speak upon it. Like it's like a too touchy of a topic. It's like you wouldn't bring that up at the dinner table. Like, oh yeah,
mm,
hey mom, I'm a Titan. That's great, son. You make us proud. Go out into the world and eat humans. Okay, mom. Anything for you.
well, they do refer to his grandfather as Dr. Jaeger.
Yes.
So I would assume that Aaron maybe hasn't figured it out, but has a hunch or something. He's probably figured it out by now.
1000%.
But yeah, have they confronted this? And when Dr. Jaeger speaks to Aaron, is Aaron hiding under some alias or something? The other thing
'Cause he,
too is he says, about the letters. What does he say about the letters? I would stop bringing that kid here or whatever, right?
right.
Stop making him do that. So I don't know. They both kind of speak to each other with the same goals in mind, but like different approaches.
Yeah, because when we first see Aaron, but we don't know that it's Aaron in season 4, like we just think he's like a war victim.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, okay, like there's just like this person like trying to get back to his family. But then once we find out it's Aaron, like things slowly kind of make sense. But my biggest question is who's he sending the letters to? Because
Mm-hmm.
if it's his family, like his mom got eaten by a Titan, like and I don't. Well, what happened to his dad? Did he have a dad? I can't remember.
Aaron,
Yeah.
bro, his dad is the one he ate in order to become a
Oh,
Titan
right,
shifter.
right. Okay, it's been some time. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
okay, so then there you go. Like, and then his Mikasa, but then I don't know. It's just there's too much unanswered questions this early on in the season, I think.
Well, there have been a lot of fan theories popping up about this. Some really,
Oh,
really good ones and some
okay.
really hilariously bad ones. So, one of these, which is an excellent thing, is that Titans eat humans in order to revert back to their original form.
Okay, I kind of agree that like that kind of in a very weird way makes sense because Titans look have somewhat of human like features, so like it would only make sense for them to like transform.
Hold up,
I kind
man.
of
Have you been watching season 4? Like, that's what this whole thing was about.
exactly. So like that I kind of agree with it.
It's interesting, right? Humans get turned into Titans, and now all of a sudden have craving for humans. But
Right.
what are they eating humans in hopes that one of them is like a Titan shifter or something?
Oh, snap,
Like
crackle,
is
and
that
pop.
it? Are they doing that so that they can hopefully revert back to their human form at some point?
I think that would be the most logical explanation because up until like season 4, season 3, like no one kind of knew why they did it. They just did it. Like they were like
Mm-hmm.
brainless creatures that just ate humans because like there's like a buffet of humans just waiting around in the walls. So that kind of makes sense if they're trying to find someone that can change them back and or like is a Titan shifter, then
Mm-hmm.
boom, boom, there you go. The winner takes it all.
So here's my question actually. If a Titan
Mm.
shifter eats another Titan shifter, do their lives extend longer?
I would think so because
Do they gain another
regardless
7 years?
regardless if you eat one or not, you still have that slot of time where like you can like live and be a Titan. But then once that time comes, like you either have to like give it up or like like die, like kick the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would extend it. I feel like that would be like a loophole in the whole like being a Titan thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
A lot of people have suggested that Aaron this season will be the one to break the cycle of humans becoming Titans.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like we see that they've been turning humans into Titans and whatnot. So they think that part of the season will be that Aaron puts a stop to that, which I think makes a lot of sense. That being said, I don't know, is that something that was attempted? Is that something that failed? Is that why Aaron is in the state that he's in now? There's a
Dude,
lot of questions. We don't know how Aaron got where he is right now. What
because
events led to this?
he looks pretty bruised up. So something
Mm-hmm.
like something huge, like I don't know, like an internal conflict with the remaining squad, or something that they didn't see coming happened. We don't know who's alive, who's dead right
Mm-hmm.
now. There's a lot that could have happened to put Aaron in that situation, and wow, that just blew my mind. What is life? What is the meaning of life?
Well, here's the thing, too. I mean, like, Aaron is a Titan shifter. He should be healing. So
Right.
why isn't he healing? Is it because he's getting old? Is it because he's lost his Titan shifting ability somehow? Like, what's
Like,
happened?
can someone like physically take away the ability?
Without killing the
The
person who
person.
is it? Yeah. I mean, not that we know of thus far in the series, but it's not to say it couldn't happen. Here's another really bad one.
Mm,
The entire story is nothing more than a time loop.
really?
Yeah. The idea that humans are destined to lead a life of war and repeating the same mistakes over and over again. These events have happened time and time again and will continue to happen.
I refuse to believe that.
Yeah.
No. Because if it was a time loop, then okay, so let's say, so we have the Attack on Titan series that we're watching now. So that means however many years ago this already happened. See, that's the thing I don't like about time travel and like time loops. Like I find like in anime and TV movies, whatever. I feel like time travel is such like like an easy just way to end things. Like really, like time travel, like I feel like it's a bit overdone in
What, a
today's
cop out?
society.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, like think of something creative, like oh maybe like an evil witch just swoops down and kills everybody. See that, like you wouldn't expect that, but like time travel, like like I like back in the day, like in like Back to the Future, like that was a cool time travel movie, but like nothing can ever top Back to the Future. So
Mm.
for Attack on Titan to be like, oh yeah, it's time loop, I would be pissed if that was the ending. I would want I want a refund.
Oh, also, I don't know if we mentioned it earlier, the idea of it being like 7 years, whatever, after they become Titan human hybrids, but it's 13. It's 13.
13.
So I think
Okay.
at one point at the end of one of the seasons, he had like 7 years left or something, and that's
Okay.
why. But yeah, okay. So that would mean that the gap in time is much longer
Shit.
than we initially thought. So yeah,
Okay,
that's pretty crazy.
so then are we safe to assume that Aaron's maybe got 3 years left? Maybe five?
I mean, potentially, but the other thing is too, right? We know that Bertholdt and Aaron are not that far apart as far as when they
Correct.
became Titan shifters. So if Bertholdt is nearing the end, then
Then maybe like Aaron's like
Aaron, Aaron might
dead
have
in
a
the
little bit
middle.
of time, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably somewhere around there. Okay, really good theory,
Mm.
which is a little sad, but it's interesting and I think quite probable. The only one of the three main characters who will survive is Mikasa. We think that Aaron and Armin, after attaining these powers, they're already they have an expiry date, right?
Right.
We know that they're going to die at some point, so they might just kill them both off within this season.
No. Bro, I didn't make it like I almost didn't make it through Armin's almost death back in season 3. Like that, like I was like stressing, I was sweating. It was an experience and a half. I cannot go through that again. Because like they really played it up in season 3, but then again, like things are different from like I was gonna say season 3, but even the first, like everything's changed now.
Oh
So
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised, but like should it happen, I will not talk to anyone for a week.
the whole dynamic of the show has changed every season. It's been so
Right.
crazy. Like the first one was basically a story of survival.
Exactly.
Second begins a story of reconnaissance, but it's more about protection as well.
Hmm.
Um, then we get to the third season, and just everything goes freaking crazy.
Season 3 was my favorite season so far. Like season
Yeah,
4 is like getting good, but like season 3 was oh so good,
season three, part two, man, that was it.
dude, dude.
I remember watching season three, part one, and getting to the end of it. I'm like, man, this was crazy. And then they show the post credit scene. Oh shit, somebody's dying, and like, I don't know, Levi and Mikasa are having it out.
Dude, Levi, the fact that Levi was totally okay with Armin dying, I wanted to jump into the screen and slap him across the face. Like I understand the circumstances that like we like one person has to die, one person has to live, but dude, like he was there from the get-go, and you're like, oh yeah, like I'm totally fine with him dying. I'm like, oh, no.
It was a really interesting decision to make and a really hard decision to make.
It
I think,
was.
like, honestly, I as much as obviously you're persuaded to like the main characters and you're supposed to want Armin to live, like I struggled myself with, in this situation, which life do you save? You know, how do
Yeah,
you choose to value one over the other, especially when both of them are so valuable?
it's a hard call to make, but someone's got to do it, and people aren't going to be happy. But some you got to you make a decision regardless, and you just have to live with yourself with whatever decision you make.
This theory suggests that Armin is the narrator of this series. We hear in several occasions Armin actually being the narrator.
Okay, so then I pose a question to you.
Yes.
So, like, if Armin is the narrative story, is he telling someone the events that occurred in the past, or is he telling like a cautionary tale for the future?
I think that if that theory is correct, that maybe both Eren and Mikasa die. He's the one
Oh
left
snap!
alive to tell the story at the end of it all.
Oh snap, dude! I'm kind of into that. That would be dope. That would
That would
be
be kind of cool. Yeah.
because yeah, but because then Armin has like 13 years to live because he's the Titan, so of course he's going to
So
be
he
alive.
has longer to live.
It makes sense.
And Mikasa, I think, would die before she let Eren die.
Oh, 1000%.
You know?
1000%.
Maybe it's her sacrifice that allows them to win this final battle because it gives Eren more time to do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
ultimately, Eren has to meet his demise anyway because his time is running out. Like, I don't know. Could be some crazy, crazy shit.
Lord.
And the final, hilariously bad one is Nostradamus' theory about the world ending in 1999 somehow playing a role in this.
Uh, Last time I checked, I did not see like the Backstreet Boys, busting in and move like, on the on the battlefield.
I don't know, man. Now that Shiganshina has been reclaimed,
Do
anything is
you think the
possible.
Backstreet Boys are out there fighting Titans?
Dude, could you imagine?
Like
That's
everybody. No.
yeah. Oh. Dude, could you imagine the Titan Shifters create a boy band or something?
With the frosted tips, I'm down. I need to see this now. I need to see this.
There
If
you
someone
go.
out there is an animator, please, please, please do us a favor.
Yeah, we need the boy band Titan Shifters.
Yep, and
Actually,
that's their name too, Titan Shifters.
Titan Shifters. That's their band name.
Yeah, it works so well.
Which Titan Shifters would be a part of this boy band?
All of them, just everyone simultaneously. Like I want
Like
there to be
every
like
single one of them.
Well, like, okay, maybe like the strongest, but like that's gonna be hard to pick too.
right? But like, okay, there's the cart titan.
Okay,
I don't know. Unless he's like breakdancing, I don't see the cart titan in this boy band.
okay, yeah, fair.
We got the female titan. Not very boy
She could be on
bandish.
like a either she's the lead singer or she's on like multiple features off the album. Sounds from the Battlefield.
I there's the jaw titan,
Okay.
which was a Ymir.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that one's like super strong, really fast, really fast. How does that translate? I don't know.
When he's doing the choreography, he's the fastest one. Or he sings really fast. He's like, Eminem, like rap god, but like, 90s boy band for
Okay,
Titans.
so like, okay, what is female titan in this? So we got female
I'm giving
titan.
her lead singer.
She's a
I
singer.
bet you she can carry a note.
I think I think the attack titan is like picture boy. Yeah,
Yep.
face. It's got to be the armor titan's got to be up there somewhere. That's like,
He's like,
yeah.
oh, Armor Titan. I think he would be like part of the actual band. Like I can see him on drums or like electric guitar.
Really? I don't know. I feel like the armor titan is like that one that everybody also secretly is like, man, everybody thinks that the attack titan's hot or something, but like what they really like is the armor titan, you know?
Oh, I see. Okay,
Now,
okay,
if we're
okay.
talking about like One Direction or some shit,
I love One Direction.
Attack on Titan, One Direction crossover, this is some funky shit we're talking about.
Can
But
you
like,
imagine Harry Styles, like not One Direction hairstyles, like Harry Styles fine line hairstyles and full Armor Titan get up going on stage? Ladies and gentlemen, bring to the stage
nah, nah,
the
nah.
Titans and their hairstyles
He'd,
just
he'd be
in
the
the
freaking
other.
Attack Titan, man.
Oh yeah, he
Hands
would.
down. He's the attack titan. I think your armored has to be like Louis.
Louis? Yeah.
Yeah. Attack Titan is the Louis of the of the Titan Shifter boy band.
Okay. I love this. So this
Um
needs to happen.
all
We need to
right,
call back
so
One Direction.
we got three of them. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We can't forget about the Warhammer Titan.
Okay, no, we can't. We can't.
Warhammer
It would
Titan. Have we
be
seen Warhammer Titan in the anime? I don't think so.
um
Maybe for like 1 second, but I don't think so. Okay. I think that the last two members, if this is like a five piece boy band, is the Warhammer Titan and the freaking founding Titan.
oh 1000%.
All right. Oh, actually, hold on. Who's the founding Titan then?
Ooh.
Is that
Uh
Poster
we
Boy?
haven't so okay, we haven't seen Warhammer. Um so I don't know. I don't know. I think we're getting too deep into this.
Damn.
Someone else, if someone else out there has a better cast for our boy band that we're going to be producing, please let us know.
Could you imagine? Okay, this
I
there needs to be some fan art of this. You know what?
I
There
would,
probably is.
dude. I would go to every single like I would drop everything I'm doing, spend all my money on merchandise, meet and greets, tours. No, no, like ugh. It
What
would
kind of
be.
music would they even make though?
I don't think it would be in English, or it would be in audible English. I think a dubstep, but like dark dubstep.
Whoa. Okay. Hold on. All this time we've been calling them Titan Shifters. I think the boy band needs to be called Subjects of Ymir.
Yeah, you're right. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. New boy band coming to a city or wall near you.
All right. On that note,
On
we
that note,
we've been talking for a little while now,
it's okay.
so we could probably start wrapping things up. This is crazy.
Wrapping things up. Well, this was the utmost fun I have had in 2021, and we're only 6 days in. So that's pretty groovy. This was a great episode.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
I enjoyed myself, talking about 90s boy bands in the Attack on Titan universe. And
For sure.
yeah, so how do we end this? Like, how
Hold
should we
on.
end this?
Just last note. I'm sorry. When Armin was looking through those books or listening to stories from his parents, do you think they ever told him about boy bands?
Oh, 1000%. Like, 1000%.
You think he
And
wanted
then
to
they're
escape
just
the
like
walls so he
the
could go
writers
to
of
a
the
concert?
show. Nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the writers of the show were like, should we tell them like, nah, like it's up for interpretation, and like no one else knows this information besides us.
Yeah,
Like we know
that's
because
it.
we're producing them.
Oh, that's why Armin's got that funky hair.
Like, dude, he
It's
wanted
just
to be in the boy band,
he's
but
really
he
into like
couldn't up until
K-pop or
now.
something.
Oh yeah, he has like a
That's it.
thousand posters like of K-pop in his bedroom.
All right.
All
Well,
right. Well, this has been lovely. Thank you everyone for listening.
yeah.
Um, I don't know what to say now, but yeah,
We'll be back again soon with a different anime to discuss.
yeah. So stay tuned for that episode. But until then, class dismissed. Until next time, I'm Paolo,
And I'm Zakk.
and it's been Anime Academy.
Thanks for tuning in.